So just quickly moving to our next session, I am pleased to welcome now Silvia Flórez, who is a cultural manager and independent publisher specializing in design content. She is also the current lead on community engagement for World Design Capital Valencia 2022. She has a broad experience in conceptualizing and developing cultural projects focused on creative industries. So welcome, Silvia. I'm so pleased to have you here with us, and she will be moderating the next session. Oh, Silvia, I think you're on mute.
Hello, everybody. We are connected now from Valencia, Spain, and we are very happy to participate in this virtual event dedicated to diversity and hosted by the World Design Organization. Thank you very much for inviting us. As you may know, Valencia will be the next World Design Capital. In 2022, next year, we will have an extensive program in which we want to introduce you to our culture and to our creative community. We have here with us 4 outstanding professionals that who are part of our design community: Sara de la Mora, Sara Antolin, Javier Casta, and Yvette García. Please introduce yourselves. Who starts?
Hello, we are Javier and Yvette, and we are co-founders of Trampoline.
Hi, my name is Sara de la Mora. Well, sorry, maybe I interrupt you. Do you want to?
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, yeah. So my name is Sara de la Mora. I'm a designer and creative communication consultant, and I have extensive experience in marketing, thanks to my work as part of the in-house teams of big corporations such as Facebook, Yelp, or Plug and Play. As a personal level, I focus as well on personal projects with a cultural focus, especially using event design as a strategic tool. And I'm very happy to be here and discuss everything about diversity.
All right, well, I'm Sara Antolin. I'm a freelancer graphic designer from Valencia. And well, I'm also the author of This Was Made by a Woman, which is a platform where I try to rescue all those female role models that no one has told us about, so we can have like a better background and more realistic.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so now it's our turn.
Yes.
Yes, okay, sorry. Okay, Trampoline is a creative, inclusive platform. And we want to provide visibility to people with intellectual disabilities in the creative industry. And we also promote labor insertion. We think our users can do more than a mechanical task. They can be create and they can be creative. We also develop co-creation projects with people with intellectual disabilities, designers, creative, and firms. Our goal is to offer a creative space where people with intellectual disabilities can develop their artistic, creative, and self-knowledge skills. Trampoline has the potential to create high-level projects with a big social impact from the beginning until the final result. Here, it's an example we did with a local brewery, Zeta Beer, a brief workshop to develop the idea and the concept and the final result for lovers for the most iconic
Okay, but
beer.
we have to share with all the people what we did.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to share this example to understand what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Hold on a sec. And for sure you will understand a little bit more what we do and why we do like this. And are we sharing?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Oops. Oh, hold on a sec, sorry. Okay. Oops, we are starting from the beginning.
Okay, here we have the 4 labels for the most iconic beer, Hail, and the launch of this beer is just today.
Yeah, we show you our process from the beginning to share it and yeah, a cooperative workshop with our users, and then the final result is a real project. Yeah. So also we can share the video to explain a little bit more about us. It's in Spanish, but I don't know why it's not okay.
A la visualización y bueno, ya a crear procesos de co-creación con personas con discapacidad intelectual. Comenzamos a trabajar con ellos y les proponemos trabajos creativos porque no están muy acostumbrados a trabajar la creatividad y bueno, están acostumbrados a trabajar, a hacer un trabajo mecánico y poco creativo, y creemos que son personas que, bueno, pues que su creatividad no tiene límites, son personas que ven el mundo diferente, entonces pues ahí con eso lo digo todo, ¿no? Bueno, estamos en contacto con muchos profesionales del mundo del diseño, de la creatividad y de la ilustración, y ellos van a hacerse cargo de los talleres y darles el punto final, ¿no? Pues cada tallerista va a tener un final, ¿no? Pues el propio de Jimeno, el estudio de Jimeno Graphic, se intentará, bueno, hacer un cartel, ¿no? de todo el proceso creativo.
El proyecto me parece muy chulo, me parece muy interesante, me parece además necesario y me parece que además es una oportunidad de que se descubra o que ellos descubran un poco que son capaces de hacer más cosas y cosas creativas, no solo cosas más mecánicas. Muchas veces se piensa que porque alguien tenga unas limitaciones, las partes creativas no son importantes. Y yo creo que justamente a veces pueden aportar soluciones mucho más creativas porque tienen menos prejuicios y menos limitaciones mentales en algunas partes y dan soluciones muchas veces mucho más frescas o mucho más inesperadas, ¿no? Que al final es un poco lo que se trata la creatividad.
Bueno, yo creo que este taller, una cosa que nos ha demostrado es que estas personas tienen muchísimo más trabajo creativo en su interior de lo que realmente nosotros esperamos o les pedimos, ¿no? Y este taller, la verdad es que lo que nos ha permitido es que tenemos que buscar la forma de seguir con esto, porque creo que han hecho unas creaciones verdaderamente espectaculares. Creo que si miramos las dimensiones de calidad de vida, aquí estamos trabajando varias de ellas, como es, por ejemplo, la autodeterminación, el bienestar emocional, porque están exultantes, habéis podido comprobar que se salen de la alegría de ver cosas que han creado ellos. Podemos trabajar la inclusión, porque evidentemente además con este proyecto esa obra espero que se muestre en otros espacios y tal. Hablamos de dimensiones de calidad de vida realmente importantes.
Nuestra finalidad es que estas personas puedan acceder a un puesto de trabajo, no solamente en una planta donde hacen algo mecánico, sino pues, como podría ser un estudio de diseño, ¿no? Que aporten ese granito de arena, esa diferenciación. Creemos que es muy interesante y que es muy viable que esto pueda suceder.
Yeah, yes, this is an example about what we do and what we procreate and create a relationship between us and all the team. So go ahead, Silvia.
So in this project, you join the professionals, the creative professionals with functional, diverse people in order to make projects to enrich and to enhance the projects and for brands, or what's your methodology, and are they workshops, or maybe you can explain better the way you make it?
Okay, we think that everybody is creative, but you have to push and to train to do it. So yes, we create teams with these people to create projects. Could be everything. I mean, we don't have limits, so we try to learn from them and they from us, and how to create design projects. Could be a service, could be a product, could be a design communication project. And yeah, we create from the beginning. We have this brief to understand what we have to do, and then we develop in sessions, in the workshops. We do exercise, and we improve the process to have results.
I find it fascinating. Oh, sorry. I was just jumping to say, I find it fascinating, the fact that you actually develop some workshops with these people and see all the potential that everyone has inside and the creativity. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see many other projects that you will actually be doing.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. So it's also really interesting to what says in the video, because some people, I'm sure that they don't understand in Spanish, because you talk about the wellness of that people. It's something that we sometimes don't really take into consideration, and it's really fulfilling, like being conscious that you're making something from your brain to like building it into something material. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
this
amazing.
is one of the projects that we presented some days ago in the context of our program in the capital, the world capital, Valencia. But there's another project that we will present you today, and this was made. This is called "This Was Made by a Woman," and
Yes.
Sara can explain us about this project.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, well, this project was born as a result of my personal experience, kind of, because I have always considered myself of a very creative person. And somehow I ended up studying business management and law. And it was kind of because I never trust enough in myself, maybe, don't know. So the thing is that when I was a bit more older, and I started to think, how did I do that? And it was because I never trust enough in myself, because I did never have female role models in my family, in my city, in my memories, in my books, don't know. So when I was aware of that situation, I studied design, and so in my final project of the master, I created This Was Made by a Woman, which was the final aim of this, the final goal of this project is to ensure that no one stops studying design just for this reason, that they don't have enough role models, so they can see themselves. So at the time, what I'm doing is like with the speaker of World Design Capital Valencia, we are creating a number of articles, posts, Instagram. Mainly, we are moving it through social media. And yes, we are our main issue and our main goal at the same time is like we want people to be concerned of the situation, because as soon as people knows what is going on, they can at least, like be part of the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and can you show us some visual some graphic?
So yeah,
material?
I can show you the. Sure. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, this is mainly the Instagram account, where like for example, if you look for woman graphic designer pioneers, there's only men, obviously, and yeah, I can go out from here. Wait a minute. Yeah, and so here I do also rescue female role models. I talk about their lives, their social situation. Yeah, like for example, Annie Atkins, who I love, and it's kind of empower the younger generations to be part of, and to make them believe that they can be designers, or not designers, yes, but they can be whatever they want, because we have always had role models. It's just that no one has told us about them. And yeah, and we also prepare a number of articles, as I was talking before, like design. This section is called Designing Feminine. It's not only talking about the feminine side, but talking about the woman in design, like you know, all the things that they have done, all the all everything what they have achieved. And as I was saying before, no one has told us. And also like iconic designs such as the traffic signs, the icons.
Someone has some noise in the background.
Yeah. Someone's talking, no worries.
Okay, sorry.
The Las Vegas sign, the Monopoly landlord's game. So yeah, it's basically like being aware and talk to the population about everything what has been built till today, that there's not only men in the file, in the design file.
I think it's a really important project. I mean, it is true, like there is a lack of information out there, and obviously it's actually reflected nowadays design industry. I'm part of the leading team behind Ladies Wine and Design Valencia, and I can see this problematic a lot as well, you know, in regard to all the female roles that they are not out there that much.
Yes, exactly.
And how do you see, Sara, the Spanish community, creative community, in terms of equality?
Spanish, you mean? So my biggest aware is that there are a lot of female students, but there are not that much female professionals and female in a powerful positions. So is that where are all those women? I mean, what happened with them? And yeah, I think that this is a problem, because I see it as a circle. I mean, if we have if we rescue all that female role models, we will have even more girls studying design, and they will like look for her dreams more persistently, maybe. So the thing is that if we believe enough in ourselves, if we see some successful projects and some successful maybe anecdotes of other women, we won't get out of the industry. I mean, we have a lot of how do you say, like the policies are not always in our side, but if we have enough strength, if we have enough persistently, maybe we will, don't know, we won't get out.
I'm sure, like jumping a bit again, the education is essential, you know, and information, putting out there all this information so people can have a look at the real people, you know, and creating things. So in order to create more diversity environment and in the industry, for sure. And I don't know, it just came to my mind an article from Raquel Pelta, who is this Spanish design historian, and she actually mentioned something like how everything has changed in the last decade. So obviously, by, you know, we need to connect much more, you know, and the industry, and obviously together with different genders in the industry, and also co-create and do things together in order to have everything, all the needs fulfilled, you know, and this complexity of the situation that we have nowadays. So it is challenging for sure, but it is really necessary. Congratulations for
I think we see we have a issue, but we like to think positively. It's true that there are problems, no, and many points of improvement. But in general, I believe in Spanish designers and creativity industry as well. I think we are sensitive in the social challenges, but
Very
we
much.
have to as we say, we are talking, we have to give visibility. It's super important, and to talk about the problems, we have to share. We have to, as I say, visibility and shared solutions, because it's not only that designers has this issue and that we have to do it with our own. I think we have to do it with the companies, with the institutions. I mean, we have a big role because we are designers, so we can create things. But I mean, we have to do it with everybody. You know, it's not just a few people doing this big challenge. So yeah.
And do you see design as a tool for transformation and co-creation? And why? Why do you see the creative professions can change and transform our society and economy?
For us, the scene is a very powerful tool. Yeah, for sure. At Trampoline, we understand the scene as a process of participation and teamwork. And for us, the myth of the great designer, no, this one-man person, white normally, no, one-man white person, it's obsolete. For us, the future has to be shared and cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to just mention, obviously, design has an impact on people's lives, whatever type of design we do, because obviously they are surrounded by design. Everyone is surrounded by design. So affects a lot the relationships they have with other people, with the world around them and everything. So somehow, obviously, designers, we have this responsibility for a more inclusive and diverse experiences too. So by highlighting these inequalities, I think we are fighting against and kind of going through the right direction altogether.
Yeah, I also see design as a synonym of inclusiveness, because, well, yeah, it impacts on people's lives. And so, well, yeah, if we design taking into consideration everyone, we are promoting the elimination of hierarchies. So no one will be more than any other. So we are designing for all of them, for everyone, for all our population.
That as designers, we are decision makers, and that's why this is our responsibility. But also we receive a briefing, and sometimes we are not the only ones that can change everything from our position of designers. Do you think, is there any other responsibles for the inclusiveness?
I guess as a society, I would say we need to keep educating everyone, so everyone is aware of these things, because most of the times, and it's about educating also our clients and the corporations who actually ended up writing these briefs for us, because or making them aware once you receive the brief and you see, okay, you need this, but maybe we can go a bit further. So in order to be more inclusive, we have the potential as designers to, for this open mind. Our mindset is prepared to achieve and solve all these problems. So I would say we just need to keep working and make it sure that everyone understands that this is really necessary for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we have to be sensitive with, I'm sorry, Silvia, I think we have to be sensitive with our realities and have all of them into consideration. And it all starts with our, our decisions. So I'm sure we are the only responsibles for, building a team with the people you want to work for a different project.
Yeah.
I think that's why empathy, it's very important now in the educational programs from childhood. Don't you think so? Or,
Yeah, totally.
How do you see? No, sorry.
I just wanted to highlight the fact that obviously, I think part of the problematic, as well as educating corporations and everyone who is actually trying to put out there a design project or just a social project, I would say, it's by making sure that we can always take in mind, like, the co-creation and the design is part of the business strategy. So there are a lot of ways of integrating this as well in the industry, by focusing obviously on the customer experience and the interactive relationships, you know. So I think it's very important for us to make a lot of questions constantly, asking for feedback, but not only feedback for the problematic we have, but also for the audience feedback, you know, and the customer feedback, obviously, and put all this into practice in order to have a good solution in any design project.
Yeah, I think that the more inputs we have, the better outputs we will have. So yeah, it's basically what you were saying, but I found it interesting.
And maybe that's why co-creation it's a new way of doing things, and it's so extended right now. For example, with the new European Bauhaus, we are working this way, making among us, joining a different profile, different point of views, and shaping the own movement from the scratch, from using all our capacities and our skills. Well, I think it's already almost the time for finishing, but
we have 2 books.
maybe,
I don't know if we can share.
Yeah.
We can.
Yes.
2 books. They're very interesting. You can see? Can you?
Yeah.
The politics of design.
Yeah.
As we say, you know, we talk about education. So I think to have these 2 books that we are sharing with you, I think is the beginning, no? To understand, to have the same words to explain the problems that we saw. It's a great. So these 2 books are quite synthetics, and they talk about almost everything in these problems that we are talking about today: feminism, about inclusiveness, anti-racist, no-binary, field guide. Well, I think it's super great. This book is made with a team, but the most for me it's Eleb Lupton, and yeah, it's a great book to start to understand. Or you have these feelings, or you have these, you know, to start with these ideas is quite great.
Any other suggestion? Book suggestion?
Okay, there are interesting ones I would add to the list. Well, this is in Spanish, but I'm aware that there's okay, it's Women, Houses and Cities, from Saida Muisi, who is an architect, and well, it's basically based on the history of architecture and all the you know, the projects that women added to the history and that no one has told us about, and well, also about how to take women into consideration when building a city, and all the aspects that we have to have in mind in that we don't have. And I don't have it right now, but I would like you to read. It's called The Invisible Woman, from Caroline Criado. She's not a designer, but she talks about all the aspects in our life where we don't have in mind women, and there are problems that we have to solve from design. Those are my best ones.
Thank you.
What I'd recommend quickly, if I know you mentioned the names of the book, but Javier, Yvette, Sara, and also Sara, if you have book recommendations, perhaps you can pop the titles of those books in the chat so that any attendees can reference that if they would like to check out the books that you recommended.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you so much, Silvia, Sara, Javier, Yvette, and Sara for joining us today and sharing a little bit about the role of design in fostering innovation and co-creation within the context, design context in Valencia in Spain.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for inviting us and counting with us.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.